I'm all in favor of having my thing ruined. Right, so last episode picked up evening of the 4th of Uktar with the Hand of Aegis collecting all of the assorted bits and bobs that they've decided to purchase in preparation for their adventure into the woods. So quick reminder, the Cloak of Protection was given to Smokey, which is +1 to AC, +1 to armor saves. Boots of Elvenkind to Bardoor, Bow of Valanthi to Eska, and the Lantern of Revealing to Smokey. There was a quick check-in with Alescu, who confirmed that, from what he'd been told, the boar activity was similar to before, and there's been no sightings of the people placing the Malorite symbols, despite there being guards around. Silvarius talks to Cosette and asks for guidance on how to fight in the defensive, protective style that Cosette fights in. And that's started a sort of ongoing training for Silvarius to learn the protection fighting style. Overnight, as Eska's hopping up in a tree, as she is wont to do, she hears a howl carried across the breeze, but has a hard time placing where it's coming from. In the morning, the Hand of Aegis head into the woods.
Hunting we will go.
Eska lurks behind to try and see if the group is being followed. There's some groups up ahead of them on the road, and some group, a trio of travelers behind. Eska waits, but the group doesn't go past, so she sort of gives up on that. And then it's at that point that she decides to go head up to the rest of the group, who have found what appears to be some sort of fight scene. There's boar blood on the ground, lots of hoof prints and boot prints, which lead through a thicket and out of view. And what's his face? Kedox. That's the one. Kedox is sent ahead to scout. And he sees the boar, or a boar, certainly, a very large boar. Appears to be injured on the far side of a sort of ravine type area. There's a path that's been followed. Inevitably, the group kind of heads in, trying to be cautious, splitting up, with Eska heading on high ground to the left, Bardoor heading on high ground to the right, and the Joker's in the middle. And then everything breaks down. Eska goes round a corner and finds two archers waiting to pounce. But just as she gets there, there's a whistle from up above and ahead, alerting the archers to Eska's presence. And then everyone started shoosting. Combat ensues. The boar seems perfectly fine and charges in.
Liar.
Two wereboars are in the fight, and a particularly vicious werewolf who seems to be targeting Eska. We picked up the fight with the boar mostly... one of the boars has been taken down. One of the boars is still standing, currently engaged with Smokey and Silvarius. Smokey briefly turned into a giant copperhead snake, and then realizing that it wasn't really having much impact, switched back. Cosette and Eska are up on top of the first rise, fighting with the werewolf. Eska has incapacitated one of the archers. And then above another rise... Why is there a second Silvarius on top of that cliff?
There is. How'd you get up there?
What? Oh, man. Oh, wow. How did I get there?
999 hit points, apparently.
Oh, I must have found a cheat code somewhere.
So that's Silverius Senior.
Yes.
Up on top of the
Yeah, right.
on top of the cliff, one of the archers has scurried up and is talking to a figure clad in plate mail who's just observing the scene. Kedox did also see someone scurrying down from there previously, but there's no known location of that person right now. And throughout the fight, Eska has been hearing voices in her head. It's about the size of it. Any questions or comments, clarifications before we dive in properly?
Did somebody didn't somebody get like a mark of that the paw print or something on their hand?
Eska did.
Yes, Eska has been marked. That's correct.
I mean, I don't think I would know that in character, but unless she
No.
she screamed
Yeah.
out like, "Oh no!"
No, you're quite right. I don't think you would
Guys,
have
guys,
known that.
Guys, I got a paw print on my hand.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember that happening.
And Smokey looks at his paws like, what have I done?
Yeah, right. I didn't know I was this strong.
She just assumes it was when they high-fived earlier.
Something stick.
Did it hurt?
No, but being ripped across the stomach did.
Yeah, but I just didn't know if it, like, from an in-game perspective, if she felt.
No.
I'm picturing like Home Alone
Maybe
whenever
a-
he touches the doorknob.
Right. No, this was it was more akin to the black spot from Treasure Island, the way it appeared on her hand. And then when she was hit by the wolf, it got very hot. And the mechanical effect was that she was vulnerable to the damage from the wolf, which was particularly bad because he also crit that turn. So I don't remember exactly how much it was now. I don't have it written down, but it was a lot.
It was enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite enough because you're still standing.
Yeah.
So, we're picking up at the top of the round. The very first thing that happened, Smokey, before your turn, is the figure in plate standing at the top of the hill. Kedox would see this because he's been watching over there. You see him say something to the archer up there, and then he turns, walks under the tree, and then Kedox will see him just disappear into the shadows. And give me a perception roll for Kedox. I know he's looking.
Here we go. He does get advantage for 21.
Okay. He sees 30 feet back in the shade of another tree. The guy appears. And then starts walking towards another tree. So he's sort of somehow moved between the shadows and is walking away from this.
A shadow portation, have you?
Smokey, you're up.
So I have this guy in front of me, eh? A boar.
You have this guy in front of you, and he's not looking great. He's taking some hits.
I would I would like to take out one of my darts and use it as a stabbing projectile, if I may, since I'm right next to him. So throwing seems a bit...
You just want to stab him with your dart?
Yeah.
Yep. I think we can do that.
Okay. Oh, that means I can just click on the dart, can't I? Or is it... That, oh, it's still small. Hang on, I have to get closer. Okay, it's probably going to say I'm hitting him with 39 darts. But...
Righto.
You lost all your darts in one throw.
Every single one of them is gone. Yes, that does not hit.
Okay. Bonus action.
You probably knew that.
I figured 7's not so good. I think I'm going to try to... I know he'll probably take a attack of opportunity thing here, but I think I'm going to try to back away from him.
All right.
Or should I?
He will try to do that.
Hang on. 'Cause I've got Silvarius here and I've got Bardor here, which means they'll probably move in. And if he's not looking so good, there's a good chance they're gonna... So why take a hit if you don't have to? I don't really have a bonus action that... what can you do? You can only do spells if it says it can be cast as a bonus action. Is that correct? Because you have to use your action
That is correct.
to do spells.
Yeah.
But I can do...
Well, yeah, it just depends whatever it says. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As an action, can do that. Just double checking some cantrips here, just in cases. That's not even. Okay, I don't think I want to use my bonus action for anything. So I think I'm just going to let that be what it is.
All right, Severus, you're up.
All right.
Does my dart survive before we...
Yeah, you can
I can
say
keep...
that you kept hold of that.
Okay.
Tavares is...
Oh, no, I was just going to say, functionally, that would have just been used like a dagger.
Yeah,
I think that's
okay.
reasonable.
In the midst of Silvarius kind of getting the image feedback from Kedox, his head kind of like looks up towards Kedox and he looks back at this injured wereboar and he hesitates for a second and then he does a flourish and strikes out towards the wereboar. With there you go. Sorry. 12.
12 hits.
Oh my. 11 slashing damage and 5 cold damage.
Okay. He is swaying badly. He's on his last leg.
Is this thing humanoid at all?
Yes. You would say, if you were looking at him, that he currently displays attributes of both boar and man.
Have they haven't said any words, have they?
I don't think the boars have, no. The werewolf said something to Eska.
psychically or openly?
It's a good question. I think that may have been openly. Yeah, I think that would be open.
Okay. Well, all right. Sylvaris is gonna. Can I strike with non-lethal damage? If I even hit.
Yes. You'd probably not be doing the cold damage
Okay.
because that's very much from the blade, but you can thunk him with the other.
Take a thunk attempt at 17 to thunk.
Yeah, 17 hits.
9 thunk damage.
9 is enough to incapacitate. He drops to. Well, he just kind of slumps on the floor against the tree.
And after, because he did the slash strike and he spins back around and uses the back of the pommel, cracks it, and then he just hollers out, "I don't know if it's worth it, but we may be able to ask him questions." And then he looks his attention towards up the hill.
You do have movement.
I do. God, jeez. He will move because he can. Is the hill sloped to be able to charge up?
It's so the total rise is about 20 feet. So at that point where it's widest, that's traversable with no issue.
Okay.
I mean, it's steep, but you guys are pretty athletic as a rule, so shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alrighty, Cosette.
I forgot to play this game. Is flanking a thing?
No. I generally don't bother with it.
Okay, so she's still focused on this werewolf guy, and especially with Eska here, she is going to just move kind of beside Eska, werewolf, to both protect her and shot with the Mooning Star.
Does it mean to do that? Sorry. I was trying to remember what that did.
19 total,
Yeah, 19 hits.
or 13 piercing damage. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a goodly bonk with max damage.
Yeah, I was wondering how it got that high. I just don't normally roll max damage. Okay. And then, yeah, I'll go one more. 20 to hit for 7, I guess, magical piercing.
Yeah, that also, you know, hits.
Yeah, and she's just gonna stay there. She's kind of trying to lean her shield in to protect Eska, and also kind of trap the werewolf against this rock. So she's gonna be there.
At the end of your turn, he's going to make a slash at you using the old legendary action here.
Oh, nice. Okay. I mean, not nice for me.
No, that's quite high. That is it's 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
7 slashing. I did not roll max damage, I can tell you. So yeah, 7 slashing as he rips across and manages to get one of his claws in between some of the layers in your armor. All right. Next. The blue archer turns around and is going to take a shot at Kedox. That was the wrong stat block. Let me try that again. There we go. Oh, please.
Can't fully remember. He may have been doing the like defense action.
Okay. That would make sense. Yeah. Let me All right, so the first one flies wide. Second one, I think that's going to fly wide too. That's a 9 to hit.
Yeah, armor class 13.
Yeah, so he launches 2 arrows at him. The miss, and then he just moves back a little to get a bit more cover from the tree. Then I think probably the only person who would see this is Keto. There is a figure who had been down in the bushes who you see them cast a spell and then pop up at the top here. Kedox sees a light blue skinned elf figure, long dark hair, and clothing wise it seems like you would say sort of practical traveling gear. There's nothing that sort of looks like armor here, just someone who's ready for the road, essentially. And you can see they're looking very firmly towards us. And Eska, you hear in your mind, you feel it, don't you? The power beneath your skin waiting to be embraced. And obviously Kedox doesn't see that. But then the figure gestures over to a different tree, this one right here, in the top right corner. And you see stepping out a large this one's not gonna be the right color. Oh no, I've drawn on it.
Purple scribble stag, oh no!
A large gray furred elk standing about 7 feet at the shoulders starts slowly purposefully walking towards the elf. And then she turns back to look at the situation that's unfolding. Eska, it's your turn.
So just to establish here,
Yep.
I've had this voice coming in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Now this light blue skinned elf steps out and does it.
You can't see that.
I can't see that. Okay.
No,
but I have this voice going in my head.
Yes, you've been hearing a voice. And then you hearing that has coincided with Kedox seeing the elf. But obviously, Kedox doesn't know that you heard it, and you don't know what Kedox is seeing.
Yeah, and then the werewolf encouraged me as well.
The werewolf told you to...
vocally.
Not to resist. Yep.
Does Bardur look like he's trying to get over here to help?
I mean, yes. Every time he gets close to something, it falls down, though.
Does he have his falcata out like he wants to hit something?
I mean, I think at this point the falcata is away, and it looks like he's holding his bow, I believe.
Well, you had thrown you've got Shadow Blade off at the moment.
Yes, but I'd have to like resummon it, like with a bonus action.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, your bow's probably in your left hand, and then your right hand would be empty currently because you had thrown the thing. Yeah. Assuming you're a righty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's in like basically bow form.
I mean, Kedox is a great target right now for a bow. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't see anything else. Got to shoot something.
I think
Watch out, Smokey.
in panic, Eska sees him trying to at least, he's been running over this whole time. She'd glance over and would just hold out a hand towards him and sort of twist and attempt to vortex warp him right up next to her. You can resist.
So, given that the boar has been dropped, I would say that you're probably looking in that direction. That seems likely, right? Do you think that's fair that you would be looking up at for the next threat?
Bardur?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
so you
looking to see what I could do right now, basically.
Yeah, so you'd probably see Eska pointing to you and then feel this tug.
You'd see me speaking as well because it's verbal.
Okay. I mean, we've had issues like this in the past. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would go for it.
All right.
In that case, you appear. Let me just mark off that spell. You will appear right between me and Cosette, essentially, in that little space.
Okay. Grab her. Him, in this case. Boop.
Can you pop that chat that spell in the chat? I just don't know it.
Yes.
I don't think you're doing it wrong. I just don't know it. And that's a very cool spell. Okay.
There you go. So yeah, she would look over to you and she would be muttering under her breath and reaching her hand to, and the way I'm imagining in this situation, her somatic components to some degree is that it's like she's grabbing, making action as she's grabbing you, and then she like pulls her arm in and points at the spot where she wants you to be.
Cool.
A neat spell. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Does it cause tummy issues?
No, it's very smooth.
Smooth. Like, I appear and I go, what?
It actually makes you slightly hungry.
Yeah, okay, wow.
And there is a brief moment where you're at the top of the slope and you have to kind of very quickly get your bearings and not fall backwards.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things have fallen down that hill already. So
I imagine it's super alarming, just being like, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets you up there, and then she releases a spell, and then she just pushes you over the edge.
That's actually would be pretty good.
Gust.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Eska?
Oh, just panicking.
Checks out.
You probably hear her sort of, saying to herself, "No, no," which is disconcerting, I imagine. But
Just that.
Carter's like,
No,
what
no.
did I do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, you have suddenly appeared at the top of the rise next to Cosette, Eska, and a big old wolfy boy.
She is also has one arm across her front, which you see sort of blood appearing from. She's in pretty bad way.
Yeah, quite a lot of blood, I would imagine. And it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So I will keep my concentration up for Shadow Blade, but since I've moved into this, I am going to draw my right. Just
All right, go for it.
Seven.
Gen Z speak.
All right.
Damn it.
Yeah, 18 hits, and it takes the damage, and you just see its eyes flash to you, and they're definitely very lupine eyes. There's there is still something of the humanoid there, but feels like you're sort of like 75% wolf right now.
And this is a silver blade now.
Yes.
And then I will strike again. And as I say, as I come out of here and attack, and 14.
14 misses.
It's gonna sound less cool now, but I'll say pick on someone your own size. As he towers above me.
And as you miss, he and you mock him. He turns and tries to bite at you.
That happens.
Well, that's not gonna hit. That's a 13 to hit.
That does not.
So that does not. No. Okay. All right. Who's that? Oh, okay. I think that means it's Kedox's turn then.
Okay. Kedox is going to fly. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. And position himself just over here and take the... he's at the top of the hill, observing what he can of the individuals that he's seen. And take the dodge action.
Okay. All right. The Wolfie is now going to take his turn. And is focusing on Eska. First, going to try and bite Eska. That is a natural 2. I'm assuming that misses.
What's the bonus 14.
Misses.
Yeah.
If he attacks again.
Okay. So yeah, then he tries to slash with claws, which might have hit, but not with disadvantage. So yeah, Eska, you see one of the claws raking down towards you, and then a shield comes out of nowhere and blocks it. And then he's gonna have one more. Oh my goodness. Okay.
How much was the first hit?
It didn't.
Oh no, no, sorry. How much was it before the shield?
21.
Ugh. How much was it after the shield?
15.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that protected you there. And then the second one, it was a natural one. So I've done that.
So he's sort of encouraging me to embrace my power whilst also trying to kill me, it seems.
Was he trying to kill you because you're not embracing the power?
He hasn't told me how to.
He lean into your
Gonna
feelings.
cut your arm off and kick you down into Cloud City. The only way you'll join him.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to the top of the round. Smokey, I forgot. I think you're still frightened.
Oh, I forgot about
there's
that.
Still a little thing
You're
next
correct.
to you. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for the end of last turn?
Okay.
Is there even any point?
I mean,
Well,
I'm just doing my
I
due
would have.
diligence.
Well, maybe not. Okay, hang on. This is a saving throw or just a straight wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Yep. Which I think you have a +6 to. Oh my goodness.
20's good.
Success, finally.
You literally got double what you needed.
Huzzah.
Way to overcompensate, jeez.
Yeah,
It's
right.
been a really low save.
Right?
All you needed was you just needed a 7 on the dice, and you've managed to not get that
This
4
is
times.
the clumsiest
so you can
cat
act-
ever, and
You can act freely this round. Congratulations.
So it's all of a sudden
Has
like,
Smokey's
why
tail
am
been
I
all poofy?
afraid?
yeah, it's been. And now it's calming down. It's going flatter.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would like to do is to join my friends up at the top. Because the boar that's in front of me is... Oh, that's a little skull over him, isn't it? He's dead.
Yeah.
Or at least
He's
unconscious.
not dead. He's incapacitated. Yeah, he's
Okay.
That was your
Okay.
chance.
So I
Somebody
wanna
stabs him and
use-
kills him.
I didn't get a chance.
we have a-
Let's go rip
We
me
have a
away.
bad track record for trying to kill or stab at things that are incapacitated. I would like to use my cat's claws to... Oh, it's so nice to click on things and they do stuff right away. And I would like to use them to get up this wall. Climb up this wall.
Okay. Where are you wanting to end up?
I would like to end up... Is there a red dot over this guy because he's alive or dead? This guy, I don't know if that's going to ping anything.
Nope.
Oh no, he's dead. I see the skull now. I would like to end up, like, how do I make this ping? Oh, that's it. Ping. Not, wait, there.
Okay. So I think because you didn't move last turn, you get your feline agility.
Oh, yeah.
So you get your double movement.
Yes.
So you can absolutely end up there.
Okay.
And even if you go up one of the narrower bits, it's not a problem. You can get up easily with your climbing speed.
He says my
Okay.
head hurts what in his sleep.
And then this werewolf guy is still alive, right? This guy is...
Werewolf is still very much alive. He's looking a little hurt. He's just taking a bit of a battering, but he's alive and kicking.
Okay.
Not really scratching very well, but he's alive and kicking.
All right. Well, I had the spell I wanted to cast, but it would do things beneficial to him as well, potentially. Unless he's undead.
Is that Smokey threatening him? Just like,
Yes.
oh, I can't do the spell I want to do, but if I did, you'd be in trouble.
You'd be in trouble. Okay. And then I will throw a dart at the werewolf.
All right.
Don't hit cassette.
I will do my best, but it's Smokey. We have no idea. All right, that one.
Mm.
20 to hit.
That hit. Yep.
Ooh.
All 39 hit.
Success. That one? Oh, okay. 7 piercing.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah, you've done it.
I want you to have a homebrew
definitely
spell
done it.
now called 39 darts.
That can be arranged.
So he's kaput.
The song of my people.
All right, he takes an owie, but he is still standing.
Oh, he's still standing. Okay. Let me mark off that
Yeah.
dart in case I don't get it back ever again.
Oh, we're gonna have to rename the spell.
Oh no.
Incidentally, if Kedox is still, I don't know, where's Kedox's attention right now?
At the top of the hill, he's looking at the more focused on the new blue elf and the elk.
Okay. Then Kedox doesn't see anything.
Because the other one was kind of heading out.
Okay.
Oh,
Silvers.
yeah, I don't have
Oh.
anything else I was going to do. Sorry. I thought you were saying that because you were waiting
Okay.
for me, but no, I'm done.
No, I was just thinking, because I meant to bring up the Kedox thing before, but yeah, Silvers, you're up.
The one that's... Can I see up on the top of the hill now from where Silvaris' perspective is?
You probably just about have line of sight to them, yes.
Can I see the one that's beyond line of sight? Or is...
So, this is like another 20-foot rise.
Okay.
So, you're looking at the... I see. You're looking at the archer there, near Smokey, is dropped on the ground.
Okay.
Looks.
I really, honestly, Silvaris wouldn't even know. Because he had no... Well, that would depend on Kedox, but Kedox is focused otherwise. So,
Certainly doesn't look like a threat as you walk up.
yeah. Alright. Yeah, Silvaris is gonna make his way into he's gonna join the kerfluffle and get up beside Cassette and take a strike. $23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
8 slashing, 9 cold.
Yeah. So 17 total damage here. And you see the sword digs in, and you see like these white flames lick in his fur. He did not like that. He's staggering a little.
And one more. Follows up with a 9.
9 does not hit.
Maybe not one more. Was it?
As you... no, he's already reacted. Never mind. Wait, no, he hasn't reacted because he just went. So he can react again. So he's going to try and bite you because you missed. That's a crit.
Well,
You were all ready to say shield.
you would.
So,
Oh boy.
let me get dice.
Don't worry, it's not that bad.
No. What could
So-
possibly go wrong?
As he's kind of reeling from that first slice, you go for another one, and he leans out the way and chomps down on your arm, dealing 15 piercing damage as it punctures through your armor. And as you feel the teeth sink into your arm, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. You are within Cossette's aura, so you get a +2 there.
Cool. Very good. 26 with the aura.
You, as you feel that sink in, there's a snarl that comes up what's the word? I was gonna say unbidden, that's kind of right. That comes up to your throat and then fades. And at the end of your turn, he, after biting you, he looks around and he goes puff and disappears from being surrounded under the canopy of this tree.
Had a feeling. I hate when they puff.
They just disappear. Unsatisfactory.
As he's about to do that, he reaches down and like puts his paw into the big bloody mess that his chest is right now, and leaves a paw print on the rock where he was standing, and then disappears. There's now like a little paw print right next to Eska on the stone there. Kedox, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Uh-oh. Not advantage, my apology. 13.
Okay. That is not enough.
I meant 14?
Not enough.
Okay.
He meant 15.
Yeah, I meant 15.
So, this is going to be very interesting. As Kedox is looking down at the elf, she points up at Kedox and starts uttering. And so Varys will see what's happening here. All around Kedox, you see a bunch of sort of weird ethereal imps appear and encircle him. Kedox is now frightened for 1 minute. And that's all that happens right now. And then the elk approaches and stands next to the elf. Oh. And Eska, you hear in your head again. Actually, no. You don't hear in your head. Everybody hears this.
Ooh.
I want to do... hold on. Nice. So she easily hops up onto the elk. Very casually, despite it being 7 feet up. And everybody hears now. They hunt you, Eska, because they see the truth. You are meant for something greater. When you are ready, the moon will be waiting. And with that, they start disappearing off back. And little Archer boy is going to start heading in that direction too and take 2 quick pot shots at Edux. But I believe those are still at disadvantage because you were dodging. You're now just scaredly dodging.
More of a panic dodge.
Okay. What's his AC?
13.
No, both miss. It's more just, because he wants to.
Oh, rude.
He's not really not expecting to get anything out of that. Eska, it's your turn.
Can I sense where the wolf went? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, you're right. I did. Apologies.
Yep. Our DM is cheating again.
Yes, I am.
I was caught up in the narrative and watching all this stuff, and then I was like, "Oh wait, we're still fighting? Then I get to go." Okay. Can I? There's kind of a rock between me and the werewolf, where he kind of teleported, but he's visible. Is he like? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in the shade of a big tree there that's got some snow on it.
Yeah. Okay. I still think the first thing she'd see is the archer, though. Like that's kind of the next.
He's on the floor.
That's right.
A clear threat.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So. I don't know that she can. Yeah, 6, right? 2, 3, 7. Okay, so she can't get up to him.
Okay.
And so, does he have any cover or anything? He just.
No, he's just.
So she's very frustrated at all these things jumping away from her. So. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And 11 piercing damage. She kind of tries this new, like, she's used to having to, like, have some whip action on the attack, but now with the Morning Star, she's kind of trying, like, a stab. Just to kind
of... You stabbed successfully. It makes a palpable hit, and he is, he's struggling.
Alright, and she's gonna do one more. A 19 to hit.
Yes. That also does hit.
For 11 piercing as well.
Alright, well.
She kind of feels weird being, like, away from kind of the formation, but I think she's just really mad at this thing from jumping away, so. You're just gonna stay there.
He staggers and nearly falls. At the end of your turn, he's going to scoot 20 feet away. Unfortunately, not allowed to make an opportunity attack on that one because it's legendary. So he kind of like uses, as the second blow hits, he uses the momentum of the force to kind of roll away and scurry towards the cliff as best he can. As he does so, you see, like in the snow where he rolls, there's a lot of blood down there. He is in very bad shape. Okay. Now it's Eska. Apologies. So he was next to you, and you... Where he was now, all there is a bloody paw print on the stone.
Do I sense where he's gone? Or can I sense where he's moving to?
Give me a perception check, see if you can hear what's happening behind the rock.
I guess I know that Cosette ran in that direction, right?
You know where Cosette ran.
Could I theoretically... is this rock climbable?
Yes.
Then I will scarper up the rock.
Okay.
So I can get a good view.
It's probably difficult terrain, but I mean, it's only a few feet, so it's not a problem. You've got plenty of movement to do
cool. And then perception?
You won't need that now.
Okay. Yeah, I figure seeing her run that direction, I'd try and gain some view. So I can sort of see him moving away now?
Yes.
Okay. I think she is going to overreact in the moment. And, I want to say something, but then I'm going to miss if I say it. You know what? I'm going to take an arrow out of my quiver and go to shoot it. And as I do, the arrow will, light up with ice, and I'm going to cast, Breath of the North again.
Was it intentional this time?
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's putting everything into it that she can.
It felt like the first time wasn't intentional.
No. This time I think she's harnessing that power. And so she will shoot at the fine fellow down there. Ooh, 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
And then, so 48, 4d8, sorry, damage on a hit. And she will say, "You are not the only ones that can hunt." And that'll be 19 cold damage. Plus, you take a dexterity saving throw.
That won't be necessary.
Okay.
So what does the spell look like as it hits?
So the arrow punches in to the flesh, and the ice ripples out as if probably actually using the blood to freeze as it's liquid, and so the blood will all ripple out as ice, like something freezing but in hyper time, and and just will solidify red and blue.
And as that happens, I think you and Cosette are the only ones who have actual line of sight right now. The form, as the ice hits, the form seems to diminish slightly. You can see the fur recede and turn to hairy arms the ears unpoint, turn back to normal human-looking ears. And there is a figure there. Hard to say exactly what the clothes were now after the savage attack there, but fairly, just travel wear basically. That's been ripped to shreds now. But yeah, human, fairly pale skin, shaggy, dark hair, and a big bushy beard. But that is who is now slumped underneath the tree, no longer moving.
And you guys under the rock would probably see that her arm was sort of caked in ice up to the elbow, and she has to sort of shake it to get the splinters of ice off her arm. So Bardo will get covered in a little shower of ice.
Caught all in his beard.
Yeah.
Bador, it's your turn.
Okay. Don't know yet that he's dead, so I am going to run there, and I assume see that.
He seems to be entirely not moving.
So at that point, quick assessment: can I see anything else?
Let me just do some Pythagoras. Probably not. Based on the height of those peeps and how far away they are from the edge now, I would think they're probably out of view. You can see Kedox looking over that direction, though. Although, Kedox is looking quite panicked and is flapping around. Like, he's kind of looking in that direction, but he's also looking all around him in a very troubled flight.
Okay. I will, not seeing anything else, I'll just say clear the area. And then we just go, since I'm staying next to that guy, I'm going to start, patting him down.
Okay.
Taking all his money bags.
Well, I just want what the heck? What's up with these guys?
And then saying, does anybody else want this? Passive aggressively?
It depends on what he's got. If he's got anything. I feel like it.
So you would see he has a longbow, a short sword, and then just wearing leather armor that's a bit damaged. The bow and sword seem in good shape. They've clearly looked after their gear, but no, certainly at a quick glance, there's no sort of wallet with an ID card or driver's license. There's no letter from his wife Helga. There's no money purse on him. The only thing you do see is around his neck, on a little chain, there's a rather crude little carved paw print that's hanging on a chain.
I mean, probably won't be able to do it this turn, but I will prep to tie him up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you carry rope with you at all times, so you can start working on that. Kedox, your turn.
Do I need to check for fear?
Yeah, let me double check how this works. No. No, you can take your turn.
Like normal?
For now.
Okay.
You're still frightened, so you can't move towards the elf.
Gotcha. Okay. Then we'll kind of curve and just still keeping an eye, but a little bit further away, a little more over the hill. Probably about 20 feet up from the top of the hill, and taking the dodge, still panicky flight dodge action. The fear in his eyes.
Now I encourage you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a magical effect?
Very much so.
Okay, so I actually do get advantage. Wisdom. Wow. Results.
Wow.
21. That was a really good advantage.
You have, yeah. Those 19 and 20 on the die is crazy.
Oh man. So happy I got that on my familiar. You know. Yes.
Okay. Here's what I'll tell you. As he's flapping there, the imps still follow him as he goes, and as they sort of move in to strike, and then he just feels connected to his patron Bahamut, and feels emboldened and resists, and just with a shake of the head the imps fade away. I don't think he was going to pull through if he didn't make that save. I'm just going to tell you now. I don't know how many hit points he's got, but I don't think it would have been enough. Okay. I'm going to say at this point, well, combat is essentially over unless someone is planning on scurrying up that cliff quickly. So you let me know if that's what you would want to do at this point, or if you have a means of getting up there quickly. If not, Kedox can see those guys are disappearing off, and that elk is going at quite high speed.
I mean, I don't even know if I know that anybody's up there.
Can I quickly?
You would have heard the elf, because the elf did say that out loud last time.
You probably would notice. Well, if you look up that way, you should notice Kedox.
Yeah, Kedox is still angled that way. Yeah, so I mean, there's an opportunity to pursue if you can get up there quick enough to try and keep up with them.
Are we out of combat turn order, you said?
Unless you are willing and able to put up pursuit, yes.
I mean, can Tavares just be like, "Are we going to pursue?"
Eska doesn't look interested.
I would say I barely be like, well, I think that's a good idea. I think we probably need to regroup.
Fine. And he'll stand down.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, we'll drop turn order. These guys disappear off. Just saw my head hurt on the ground. So yes, Bardor is currently already started to tie up the archer at the top of the hill. You do still have an unconscious boar down at the bottom. And then there's a few bodies scattered here and there.
If anybody else looks particularly hurt, I can see Silverius' health bar, so I know he's pretty hurt. Because that's going to give him 10 lands. Is anybody else particularly, like, low?
I'm not.
So some would say Eska's quite low.
What's your number?
9.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was lower even. Single digits. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I would imagine there's probably a trail of blood coming down Eska, down the rock, possibly merging with the little handprint, paw print.
All right, she'll give Silverius 10 and Eska 15.
Ooh.
He thanks you. So would you prefer that we play with or without health bars, or doesn't matter?
I don't mind.
Okay.
It's up to you. I feel like it's sort of philosophical question about metagaming ultimately, insofar as like how much do you tell other people where you're at, and I don't know.
It is like a visual.
I'm not too much affected. Yeah,
a low health bar would be like a beat up looking person.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Exactly. So it's no different than just saying, you know, they're covered in blood, they're limping. You know, it's just it
the health bar says it all. Yeah.
No problem with that. Yeah.
Visually, if it helps, most of Eska's blood is on the outside now, so that's
There you go.
The ratio of inner blood to outer blood is off
How do you show that?
it's yeah.
with a health bar.
Well, yeah, but it's not showing like to me, so I'm not sure how.
Oh,
Yeah, I do like the visual representation. Eska seems to be dead.
That's pretty accurate.
Correct.
Dead to me.
Dead on the inside, if nothing else.
All right. So
Speaking of which, if I may, Eska's going to start wandering slowly towards the ex-werewolf.
yeah, absolutely. You can kind of awkwardly shimmy down the rock and head over. Severus, what are you doing?
He, knowing what he knows right now, he's going to head back down to the one at the base, make sure that it's, like check on it, rifle through its contents, and potentially start tying it up for. No, it's not just you. I'm checking for IDs and
It's not all about the money.
gift cards.
Okay. What is what's that doing?
She is going to kind of just stay between people and kind of keep an eye out, making sure that we're safe as other people kind of put their attention on other things. And she will also offer that, once we get our bearings, we can all and have a few minutes. I can make sure we heal it.
Okay. Give me a perception check with Cosette. While you're working on that, what is Smokey doing?
Smokey would like to see if he could collect the silver dart he threw at the werewolf.
Okay. Yeah, that should be easy enough.
Okay.
Okay,
My
guys, it's back up
perception
to
is 17.
39.
Yay. Okay. And then, so Bardor is tying up there. All right. So perception was 17. Wow. Okay. There's been a lot of noise recently. It was quite the ruckus. What you do notice now, as things have quietened down, you can hear a bit of grunting from Bardor and Silveris as they get to work tying up your, I guess, captives at this point. You also hear now a few little notes of birdsong that were noticeably absent when you first made it into the woods. It seems like whatever was causing the birds to be quiet is no longer in effect. As for threats, don't see anything right now. There's no sign of the people who were involved in the fight and have now left. And there's nothing else moving that's a danger. Severus, you have rope, correct?
I should.
Okay, I would imagine so. As you start to tie him up, all you see on him, again,
Yeah, hemp and rope.
not you would have seen the other one, but a very similar icon around the neck, and just a huge maul at his side. No other weapons, nothing else. Okay, you got your thing. Eska, as you go over to the shape on the ground, you see at his side there is a very shiny short sword. Looks like, which is odd because you don't remember him having a sword when he was fighting. But it's like just kind of looped into his belt. Which again, now you think about it, you don't remember him having a belt either. And are you gonna pat him down like a real Bardor, or
Give him the full Bardor. First, I want to just examine like what kind of man this looks like. Does this just look like some random townsfolk, or is this guy sort of built more like a soldier, or like what does he look like now he's human?
Yeah, so I mean he's smaller now in his human form than he was in his weird sort of hybrid form. But still around 6 feet tall, broad shoulders. I mean he was a big dude. A lot of where you can see the skin, he's got a lot of scars, probably been in a lot of fights. You do see around his neck another one of the icons of Malar, the paw print.
Is it just how what does that look like?
So it's basically what they've got is like well, this one and the others are all fairly similar. It's like a small oval of wood with a paw print carved into it. Not even
Is
red,
it on like
just
is it on like a leather strap or something?
for him it's a leather strap. The other two had little chains, but yeah.
So what she's going to do is she's going to put her hand on his chest, and she is going to quickly say a prayer to her god. Just of of rest, I guess. And then she's going to yank the icon of Malar and take it. I don't think she cares about the sword, and anybody looking would see that she doesn't really pat him down or anything. If they want to, those who are more interested in looting, she doesn't take much interest. She doesn't check him in any way. She seems more concerned about what he is really.
Okay.
I'm saying that to encourage you to go over there and check him because I'd hate to miss anything. But while Bardur is rage looting, if he glances up, he'll see, you know.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All right, your guy is very secure by a door. So, have you? Let me ask this: how have you tied him up?
For the moment, until we actually start to move and do anything, I want to tie up his around his ankles so he can't move. Like he can't run, and tie up his hands behind his back.
Okay. And you taking the weapons?
I just put them in a pile for right now. I'm not like gonna stow them or anything like that. But see what happens. I figure maybe we could do that. Even if we don't take it, we'll just put it all together to assess what they have or something along those lines. And just so everybody can help me remember my sneak attack. Do you have that? So I don't think
Snake
I used it
attack?
at all in this. Yeah, because I'm rogue.
Or sneak. Oh,
I have 2 levels in rogue.
Snake attack.
So, yeah,
I thought I heard him say snake attack like he has
snack.
a new move.
My snack. No, but like I was just like, wait a minute. That's fine. But yeah, just kind of that.
That would be great.
Yeah, no, I was
That'd be
just
great,
like
a
all
rogue who
the
just sort of, instead of sneak attack, just has
Let me
snakes.
get my
and he just,
snake
like,
out of
throws
my
them at the
pouch.
people.
yeah, right.
Snake attack.
One for a
When he
second.
strikes, it comes out of his sleeve like one of those little like stinger things.
Yeah, yeah, just-
Extra d6 damage.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just have sneak attack on at all times, and then it's just like, now this doesn't. You
know, Vax in Critical Role, Vax had the belt that can turn into a snake.
Yes, he
That's
did.
true.
That's
So-
true.
He did.
It's
He
very.
literally
it's
had
very
snake
on
attack.
brand.
I don't remember them ever making that pun either. So
We can find
No,
a snake
which is
that turns into a
surprising.
belt.
That's true.
Just not back again.
No. One good tie and it's no longer a snake.
Hold on to this tail. He just holds it and just sits there. It's like, all right, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would probably go ahead and just pilfer through everybody. So if I see Eska walking away, and I would just be like, well, what'd you find? Anything?
oh, he won't like this, but she just ignores him.
Well, I mean, I see.
She's in her own.
Yeah.
She seems in her own little world right now.
I mean, I think that makes sense. Bardor, he's seen that before in combat, so he just walks over and, I mean, yeah, he'll check out that guy to be like, what the crap's going on with this dude? This weird menagerie of psychos.
Okay. As you, the first thing you notice very quickly, on the belt, you see a very shiny looking short sword. No other weapons. As you pat him down, you feel a little crinkle in a pocket, and there's a small piece of parchment.
What does it say? Or does it say anything?
It does. Yeah, as you unroll it,
Uh-oh.
it says
Just a blank parchment.
boom. No, it does not say.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that would have been really funny to do.
you
right?
are dead. What?
I remember that happening in Adventures League game where there was a trap. It was like just hidden amongst the pieces of paper on someone's desk. They left a glyph of warding on there, but it was
Yeah.
it was like for like
I was in
level
that
1 or
game.
2 adventurers. It's insane. It's an
It,
insta
like,
kill.
just instant kill people.
Wild. So it says, it's just a few words. Well, there's 2 lines. The first line says, convince the elf. The second line says, slay the quiet one's daughter.
Convince the elf.
And I'll say, the quiet one is capitalized.
Quiet one is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just out of curiosity, like you say, it's a shiny short sword.
Yeah, if you take a look at it, you would say this is a silvered short sword.
I used this a little while ago without spending money. So yeah, we'll take it back over to the pile. Be like, yeah, they're onto something here. Say, as I throw that sword down into the pile, and say, there was a note in his pocket. Seems like they're after. Well, I don't know anything about them trying to convince Eska. But I was like, yeah, he's got a note in his pocket. Got some weird notes on it. I don't really know what it even means, but
Can I be unceremoniously dragging this wereboar up to the top of the hill and
yes.
And actually, as you do, he you see him shift form, and he is a fairly short half elf. With again fairly pale skin, brown hair, a lot of scars. Again wearing damaged traveling clothes. No armor to speak of.
You say he's a half elf?
Yeah.
So the one of them is a human. The archer's human.
The archer is human. The werewolf looks human. The dead wereboar has shifted and actually appears to be a dwarf. With fairly dark skin, shaggy brown hair.
Okay. Well, it's like they seem to have some fancy equipment on them. I mean, silvered swords.
but
Yeah, and you would note that the swords that were on the archer, with archers, if you go over to get the other ones, because there's two bodies that have fallen down a cliff on the other side there. Those are regular short swords.
Right.
They're not shiny short swords.
but the ones around us have silvered weaponry.
Just the werewolf
Okay.
had the silvered short sword.
Otherwise, they just look like regular adventurers, or kind of common, nothing fancy.
Yeah, they're not particularly spectacularly equipped. The archer has a big paw print on his face. It's been sort of painted there.
Yeah. So, anybody want these silvered short swords? It might come in handy.
We certainly should not waste them, but I am more curious at why a were type has one to begin with. Could be a coincidence, but does the curse of the were corrupt or control someone against their will?
You've told us about the parchment, right?
Yeah, I said it out loud, and I'm just kind of holding it.
Convince the elf.
As he looks over to Eska.
Say the Quiet One's daughter. What is this?
Quiet One.
Cosette, you would know that the Quiet One is one of Eldath's nicknames. She has many.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, she'll share that. I didn't know that. She kind of
Okay.
comes, like, she's kind of about it and comes to the realization. Because she was thinking about the Eska thing first, and she just kind of wonders aloud. Could that mean Eska and I? And she was
Sure, I
He-
thought that maybe the quiet one was Bardur.
And he had a daughter, Badur.
Well, that was going to be my question.
No.
Well, even though it's written on a random note, this group does seem to be a little more organized than some of the people we've dealt with.
Indeed. They clearly set a trap.
Indeed.
It was far more. I saw at the top and was a caster. Light-skinned blue elf, and left upon an elk. And of course the other one adorned in plate. The plate-wearing one teleported between shadows. I unfortunately lost sight.
Do they use the paw print to do that?
I think it just... I did not see any indication.
And he walks over to the bloody print on the rock and just smears it.
Cursed mark.
And he walks to the other downed individuals and pops the Malar necklaces off. Casts them out into the snow 15 feet away.
Is the one that the werewolf actually seemed to either use or like part of that action? Is that like as big as the ones we've seen, like as graffiti kind of thing? Is it, or is this like this is an actual paw print? The others were much more.
Yeah. This was
Okay.
just
Exaggerated graffiti. Yeah. Okay.
he just wanted you guys to know.
Yeah. Okay.
The graffiti is like 6 feet tall, maybe more. I think the one on the walls was bigger, like the harbor wall was bigger.
What do you think they knew we were coming?
Eska. Oh,
How do you think they knew we were coming?
Did we all know about the moon elf in the town? Was that just Eska?
I think so. I think it got explained probably.
Okay.
I don't know if it was that strange other elf in Delzamur. But there is a correlation or connection to Eska. They said your name. And that they hunt you.
Eska doesn't really respond to that, but she sort of glances at her hand to see if the paw print's still there.
It has almost completely faded.
Do we see that?
Depends how close Eska is to the group right now.
She sort of wandered off a little bit.
I imagine you've kind of got your two goons tied up here.
Yeah.
She probably
Sort
wandered
of.
off over this way a little bit.
All right. That keeps me from cutting Eska's hand off.
Yeah, right. What's going on, Eska? Like, does this make any sense to you?
She'll turn around and say, "No, I have no idea why they know my name.
None
Or
whatsoever.
what they want. No."
Can I insight check Eska?
I was just gonna say, does she seem believable to me?
Sure.
Sense of truth.
You can roll insight.
I'm gonna roll a check as well here.
You want to whisper that to me?
Oh yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
We all should have done that.
I have a 14.
18 Savaris.
That's a straight roll there, so you can add.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Some secret messages.
Yeah.
Elves, man.
Is Vader saying that?
Maybe.
Yeah, let me just test this because I haven't done this in a while. Hold on. Okay. That was only to you, right? Nobody else got that?
I have a secret message that says, "From Master of Dungeons."
That's me.
Super secret. It does not say test. I can assure you. Can we do that?
Yeah.
What? We can send messages to Phil
Like,
that nobody else can
I
see.
can like slash Smokey.
I think we can.
You do
I think we can send
/W.
secret messages to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man. Again.
I can never remember how to do it, but I know you can do it. So I don't do it because I can't remember exactly how to do it. But
Fun fact.
So you do /W and then type the name.
Oh yeah, slash whisper. It's just like World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, what do you want to do now? You've got your two chaps who are just stuck there, still unconscious right now.
Oh, there's two of them who are unconscious.
So
Yeah.
the Eska will say, I could try talking to one of them to see if more information can be gathered. But perhaps to trying to present a friendly face, I could pull them apart from you, so I can use friendliness rather than intimidating them into talking.
You're all covered in blood. You just have to tell them, I killed them all for Malar. It's just us now.
I perhaps have a slightly more gentle manner to me than some of us.
Avarius' eyebrow raises.
I think before we do anything, we should heal up a bit. Give me a few
I would
minutes.
not mind that.
Do you take a break here? Rest?
She was thinking she has prayer of healing,
Okay.
so it's 10 minutes. So, we don't have to stop a whole lot, but I do think just taking a brief rest. And I don't know if she could do this while people are tying up. I'm assuming not, because you have to be within 30 feet. So I'm assuming we can still talk, but I just. And it's 6 people, but Kedox hasn't been hurt, right?
No, he's fortunately unscathed. Real close to death, but
and Phil, how
every
does it work?
hit is close to death.
Yeah, okay. How does it work with when you're rolling? You just roll one and everybody gets the same. You don't roll individually for each person. For something like this. Okay. So do we want to take 10 minutes to do that real quick?
Yeah, I think that works.
Or we can
I'm
do this
bored.
while we're kind of deciding.
Yeah.
These. So, if we wanted to wake these individuals, Phil, do we just have to, what would be a process that our characters in game would know? Do we have to heal them, or?
No, you could probably just, splash some water on them, hit them a bit, and then they'll come to. They will wake up after an amount of time.
Okay.
Whether, if you don't do something with them. I know what that amount is because I've discovered. You don't know yet. But currently, they ain't moving. Aside from very shallow breathing. Because they're also beat up quite bad.
All right.
But they are currently essentially stabilized. Just lurking at a 0 hit point, but not dead situation.
You make a good point, Eska. Where should we set them up? And should it be just one or the pair?
I was going to talk to the one that I took down. We could have others talk to the other one, perhaps. If you want to see if their stories match up.
Aye.
Quick question. How long are we gonna go for? Just because I would want to take a short break to get a drink.
No breaks, Smokey.
How rude.
Everyone fights, no one quits.
Well, I know we were looking at finishing up before 12. So
I
yeah.
was wondering if we needed a quick song of rest as well,
yeah, we can do a quick song of rest. I could use
or
some
whatever
water.
it's called. Is that what it was called?
No, that's the bard thing.
I'm pretty sure it's
what's your
just
one
a pee
called?
break,
Prayer of
as the humans say.
prayer of healing. Okay.
Yeah, everyone got 10 HP from prayer.
Heck yeah.
Thank
Sweet.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Living
Jane.
on a prayer of healing.
All right.
Did-
Yeah.
A quick prayer of healing then.
Quick prayer of healing. Reconvene in a couple minutes.
Excellent.
Autobots, roll out.
I don't know what they do, but I'm gonna salute.
They're roll.
It says it.
This intermission brought to you by D&D Mugs.
Mugs.
Mugs. Mugs.
So, the plan here, as I understand it, is Eska's going to talk to the archer.
I
And then-
was sort of thinking I might drag him around the other side of the rock so that he can't see the party of mean-looking people.
Right, yeah. That was kind of my... So, we'll drag him over here temporarily, and you can move him wherever you see fit from there. And then... Who is going to be talking to Boar Boy? Who isn't really a boar anymore?
Well, I'd say, are we gonna try to be nice here? With this guy? That's just gonna try nice with the other.
Yeah, we could be bad cop. Me and Bardur talked to this one.
Sweet. So
Well, I
go to the other side then? Like pull them to the other side of the rock so they can't see him
Or
or,
is it-
something? Or
is that too close for audible?
yeah, probably.
Like if they recognize we're just like, hey, we're gonna kill
So
you.
you drag him back down the hill,
Yeah.
and I will like smack him away.
Alright, so you guys are going to go, what, down here, say?
Alternatively,
You can prop him up next to his dead friend.
So-
That'd be kind.
we either take a more aggressive approach or we prop him up against the wood
Mhm.
and have Cosette talk to him, and we see if he says anything like that even recalls maybe that this is the Quiet One's daughter, or if his mind's like, you know, who am I? Why am I here? Or who are you?
So perhaps we should split off then, and you want to go with Cosette, and I'll go with Eska then, and Smokey can choose his spot, so that way. Wait,
Eska's certainly trying to encourage people not to
are you
be
there at all?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll ask him. Do you want me nearby but out of visuals, just in case you need backup?
You'll ask Eska that? No, he'll be tied up, so I am not worried about him.
Okay.
Just be the rock that he's leaned upon. He can't see you.
Well, I'll go down there with the other one then. So like, I'll let Cosette talk, but maybe I'll sit on the tree stump.
So you guys want me down here?
Yeah, I guess you can lead the
Okay.
talking since you were shown to be a person of interest by this party, apparently.
I can join Team Bad Cop and just I'll just stand in the background trying to look slightly menacing.
Smokey's all like,
Yep, exactly.
And before I forget, I'm going to state out
Even
loud.
Sylvar.
All the weapons I've basically bumped. So whenever we leave, I will take with.
Do you care about trying to get the leather armor, or are you just taking the weapons?
Yeah, I'm not going to strip them. Just going to take the weapons.
Yeah, we could either sell the weapons or give them back to the town or whatever.
Yeah. Or if anybody does want those silvered sword swords.
Oh, I guess if those are up for grabs, I might take one. Yes.
Go for it.
I think we should take the silvered sword.
There's 2 of them, right? Because the werewolf and the
I thought it
wereboar
was
had
just-
them.
No, the wereboar had a mole.
Oh,
The
yeah.
short sword or
Yeah, I think there was just the one.
Okay.
One silver short sword.
short sword?
You have 3 regular short swords that were from the Archer Boys, 3 longbows from the Archer Boys, and then 2 moles.
Okay. Yeah, you can have the silvered one, Smokey.
Excellent.
We don't have to stab with your darts.
Yes.
You can just throw the sword instead.
That's right.
I'll keep Kedox on top of the rock, but out of sight of wherever the one that Eska's talking to is. And quiet. But listening.
Make a stealth and perception roll for Hito.
Normal health. 17. And advantage perception. 18.
Okay, good to know. All right. Who wants to go first?
Initiative check. Doesn't matter to
Roll
me.
initiative.
What?
I
What,
can
on
hear you.
video?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can hear you, but we can't see, or I can't see you anyway.
13 for me.
Oh, sorry. What are we doing?
Plus, wow, it's initiative for conversation.
Oh.
Are we adding our modifiers?
Well, Eska added her modifier.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I think I lost. Or is it? Do we get our? Oh no, +3. Yeah, we win. 15.
Go ahead.
Take that, Eska.
So sorry, we're gonna question him first.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm
Yeah, you
leading
won.
this. What information do we need? We just want to know, like, I guess. I'll just start by asking him, do you recognize me?
Yeah, I'll spend the time to kind of start shaking him awake. Well, I'll probably actually kind of like nudge him fairly hard with my boot.
Cassette.
Yeah, and
Roll me a d6.
And more. Yeah. I accidentally killed him, you guys. I'm so... A 1.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Pick the nicer one, Phil.
Okay. So you can, yeah. Sorry. Start your questions then, Cosette.
So he did wake up,
He
or
is.
we were able to kind of get him.
He is awake and staring up at this trio. He can't even see Bardor right now, so he's just staring up at the trio circling him.
Okay. I'll just ask him if he. Do you recognize me?
I didn't see you before today.
Why are you targeting me? I think she's just gonna assume that. Act like she knows their. Though she's still kind of unsure.
You see him kind of looking around. And as he looks around, realizing that he's not seeing anyone else of his troop, there's a sense of sort of like doubt and he looks kind of resigned to his fate and just says, you were to be a statement to show what we were capable of.
And why are you terrorizing the town? What do you hope to accomplish by getting us out of the way?
You arrived at a time of high portent. The the timing was right. And then you walked into town. And you can tell when he says you, he literally means you, not everyone else. He's saying that to you specifically in that moment. Surely you understand.
I think she'd probably play it off like she does, even though she doesn't really. Like, no. Does anybody else have any other questions? She's kind of taken the gentle approach, and then if that doesn't work,
Does Cosette kind of hesitate in her responses? Like she's more contemplative and sort of done?
yeah.
Okay. Well, Silvarius unsheaths his sword and stabs it right next to his face. And a statement to whom?
And he flinches. Can't really move much more than that. Says to everyone in the area. This is now Malar's realm. he has claimed dominion over it. And she is one of hers. And he spits.
She to Cosette.
Yes.
Wait, he
Law.
spit at you?
He didn't spit at you. He spit on the floor in disgust.
Oh, that's fine.
The law has no dominion here.
And he kind of looks you over and sees like the damage to your armor where you were bit, and kind of just looks at you and says, if you're not careful, soon enough he'll have dominion over you. That's how it starts. You think you're safe now that I'm caught and my brothers and sisters are dead? No. This is just the beginning.
Sylvaris' eyes glance over to Cosette. How is Cosette looking?
I think she's just a little like shocked that she's been targeted, like specifically. So she's just trying to understand why and up with any. So I think she's thinking of all these questions to ask, but not sure what to ask. And doesn't know if she'd get the right answer.
Sylvaris looks back at the individual and he leans in real close, is now inches away from his face.
The law will have no dominion here, or over me, or my allies.
And he takes his sword out and sticks it into his chest.
There'll be no need to roll for damage there. He sputters slightly and just goes still.
That was abrupt.
Seth would probably be very shocked by that. And what are you doing?
There was no further gain from him and his corrupted god.
We could have at least had a discussion about that.
He pulls his sword out, wipes it on his body.
Well, perhaps Eska can gain more useful information.
You should stay right here.
I'm basically checking over my equipment on the stump. This is going on.
What's your reaction when Sylvaris does
Kind
that?
of like look up and then just look back down.
He's just kicking his legs like he's on the back of a truck.
Basically. Like this,
Just another day.
this tracks.
I like to think he does like that kid on the computer meme where he's like,
Just goes back to it.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Eska, are you doing anything in preparation before you talk to this chap? Before you try to wake him?
She'll pop him up against the rock, prop him up as comfortably as possible, and she will take a position sitting down next to him. And she will grasp her amulet, or more of a pendant, really, and cast Friends on him, and then shake him awake. Oh, I'll pop that in the chat. Now,
Yep.
For the record,
Yep.
it says that it's directed at one creature that isn't hostile towards me. So she's banking on the fact that she'll come into this non-hostile, but we'll see.
Okay. Roll me a D8, please.
Seven.
All right. Okay. He slowly kind of shakes off the cobwebs, looks around, realizes he's tied up, sees you next to him.
She will pull out her bottle of Pinot Noir, and she will hold it up and say, a drop.
He becomes very aware of his predicament and nods.
She will gently give him a bit and say, I am sorry about the ropes. I had to make sure that you were not going to try and harm me again. I believe you wanted me to join your cause.
Kind of looks at you and I guess go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
All right.
I will say it is at advantage.
I always think it's going to be the top of the list for some reason. Natural 20 for 24.
Okay. He nods and just says, "That was the goal."
Oh, he says that was the goal.
That was the goal. With a sort of slow nod.
You did not give me much time to take in your offer. What is it you wish?
That's not really for me to say. Yeah, you'd need to talk to Orvain.
The elf who rode an elk, or the other one?
The elf.
I am curious to know more. How can I talk to Orvain?
Well, it's tricky now. But she's She's the one who speaks to the chosen. Not the likes of me. She's the one who feels the movement of the moon.
I feel it too. I am very sensitive to the moon. How long have you walked by her side?
2 years now. Roaming wherever the pack goes. Well, no. I've been with the pack 2 years. Orvain came more recently. 6 months. 7 months, something like that.
But she has obviously been elevated high.
You haven't seen any of her power yet. Barely a glimpse.
I feel bad. She will untie the ropes and offer him the bottle
Barely
again.
flexes. Takes a big swig. Full moon. When the next full moon comes.
I'm guessing I'll know when that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to... I did. So, last night was a full moon. The 4th.
Okay. So it'll be a while before we have the next one then.
About 4 weeks, give or take. I mean, yeah.
It'll be next year,
it's gonna be
January.
close. So let me think. It'll be. It's certainly going to be a while.
Okay.
At least a couple of 10-day. And I will confirm. I need to double check exactly what the cycle of the moon is in the calendar of Harptos before I say when the next one is. I'm glad I knew. I was confident I'd made a note of when the last one was, and of course it was last night. That's when you heard the howl. That all makes sense.
I feel the presence of the moon's waxing and waning. You feel it too?
Not very strongly. But Orvain, she's at her most powerful when the moon is at its fullest. She'll probably seek to retreat over the next few days. But when the moon comes again, they'll come again. I'm certain of it. And if they don't get you then, the next full moon, they'll try again. And again.
And they want me in their ranks? To be part of the pack? To swear to Malar?
That was the impression I was given, yes.
And she
they
will hold up...
sense in you they sense in you a kindred spirit.
She holds up the symbol and sort of glances at it. And she will take it and she will actually put it on say, I feel a pull too. Listen, I wanted to see what you had to say, so I encouraged my friends away. They're still talking to your friend. Hopefully we don't hear the scream of a guy here.
There wasn't a scream.
Okay, good.
It was just a sort of a little guttural, really.
You do not... I do not want to leave your fate in their hands, so go now. Return to the pack. Let them know I am interested. And that they may seek me out.
He looks a little surprised. And goes to stand and looks to head north.
North, as in north on our map as well?
North on the map, yes.
Okay.
Kedok sees him stand up and start moving away.
So Silvarius at the base, everyone sees Silvarius actually kind of whip his head up at the top of the hill, and it's like his scales begin to furl a little bit, like there's he looks angry.
Was he actively looking through Kirox's eyes while he was interrogating then?
No, after because I imagine the conversation was much shorter, he would have went into Kedox's vision and hearing at that point. So depending on when that occurred actually is when Silvarius would have queued in.
So you snap up and then because I'm looking at my equipment, so
it'd be a pretty big.
You with your passive, you would have noticed that.
Bardo, you will actually hear something in that moment.
What's that?
You will hear once he has turned and started to walk. You will hear in your head Eska say, "Can you track him, Bardo? I have sent him away."
Hearing that, I'll look up and I'll scurry up the hill. And
I'm following if you don't say nothing.
Okay, so as I scurry up, and so if hearing Silvarius, I'll be like, just stay here real quick. And I'll kind of peek over and I'll just try to see him. So then I can cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Yeah, so he's heading this way, past this tree and up there. It's 90 feet, I think, Hunter's Mark, right? Okay. So yeah, you can move up quietly enough. He's not checking behind him. He's decided he's been given a chance to go, and he's going. But you can get close enough to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
You're just casting at first level?
That's a good question, actually. See if there's any difference if I upcast.
Yeah, I don't. Even me and Eska both don't exactly know how Hunter's Mark works, but we both know that Bardo has a talent of tracking over long range. So
I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have to. It would have to have third or fourth level spells to make it higher. So
Hunter's Mark, D&D's air tag.
yep. So yeah, it'll just be first level.
Okay.
I've,
Alright.
So can I respond back to Eska in the brain?
You can.
You guys
Yes.
say we've got an hour.
so she will, I mean, assuming that he's sort of wandering gradually out of view, she will scarper back round the other side of the rock and say, I have freed him to... Oh, what happened here?
Somebody
His
has a little bit
usefulness
trigger
waned.
happy.
Is Metallica's One playing in Cosette's head right now?
Yeah, I think she would be pretty upset. She would probably be slumped against the rock or something. Just be very introspective.
How far can you track him from, Bardo?
I have the ability to. Let me go ahead and throw it on here so everybody can see. Let's see.
Does it not have range?
Not.
No, so it's just the portion that's beneficial for tracking
Mm-hmm.
is that now he has advantage on
Tracking him.
perception or survival checks
Yeah.
to follow for an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. I can track him better.
I thought perhaps if I let him go back to the pack, he would lead us, and we could find them and continue our hunt. If we are all still willing. If not, he is one man. It is up to you.
Should we press the attack?
If nothing else, perhaps we can get close enough to observe them and see what they are doing. Because they have us at quite a disadvantage.
Do you think this would be advantageous?
Yeah. Let's turn the table on him.
All right.
Cosette, is that okay? Are you okay, Cosette?
I think she just kind of looks up and is like, sure, whatever we have to do.
I'm not sure Eska's entirely convinced that she's okay, but, time is of the essence.
Yeah, she's clearly not okay, but she just like,
Yeah.
it's not,
Good. Come on.
Yeah, there was
Sylvaris.
some
Sylvaris
tone
comes
on-
over. Is she slumped up kind of back and down?
yeah, I just imagine her kind of sitting like against kind of the slope, like with her knees up and her elbows on her knees and just kind of like looking down. Because, she's okay with violence, but like to a for a purpose. Like, I think she's come to the realization, like, violence has to happen, especially against evil, and she definitely feels these people are very evil, but it's very against her to have somebody who has given themselves up and hurt them, you know. So I think she's just having a hard time. Plus, knowing that she was somehow targeted, not really understanding why. She's just a little overwhelmed, so I think she just would say okay with the group and get up.
I was about to say,
I guess
if she didn't, Sylvaris,
she would-
not knowing much of that, would have picked her up.
Oh, that. Let your faith guide you.
Eska will say, if it goes hard with you, how they were treated. You are a paladin. Say a prayer over the dead. That perhaps their soul will go where it should.
I would beg to differ in that they deserve prayer, not their ilk. Malar should not
There is-
be granted lenience.
There is a human part to these creatures, I mean, the human ones at least.
Human and evil are not the same.
But we do not know how they found themselves here.
They may not have chosen this.
Yes. And perhaps in life, maybe they made the wrong choice. Maybe in death, their souls can be guided to a better place. I would not expect you to understand, Silverius.
And nature is violent, and I understand. That in and of itself is not as upsetting. It's sad to see these people with such evil intentions. I don't think they deserve forgiveness necessarily. It's still sad that it come to.
Well, I think that's a good place to stop, and then we can prepare for the
hunt.
yeah, as the hunter becomes the hunted.
Bum, bum,
We hunt them, for we see the truth.
That last thing I'll say is, like, you know, as other folks kind of like mill about, and if there's a quiet moment, I'll just go up to Cosette and be like, "Buck up, lass. This is war."
Yeah, and she like doesn't meet her eyes, but just kind of nods. And she's kind of toughening up as time goes on, but
Does she go and pray over the person at all before we leave?
no, I don't think so. I think maybe you could see her like praying in general, like kind of just like as she walks, maybe just kind of like praying to herself, but not necessarily. Like I don't think she really felt like that person needed to be saved, but just like any life ending is you know sad, especially when she feels it's been corrupted, you know. But I don't think she would like feel the need to like pray over this body.
Eska probably will quickly then, just before we head out. Preferably when Silverius or Bardo isn't looking.
Okay. I'll allow it.
And so Varys, I would say, as far as what you got from Keydox, I feel like in reality the two discussions were probably not too dissimilar in length. So I don't know how much you would have caught listening through Keydox, but Keydox would try to explain what he understood of the conversation, which is very challenging given his communication
Try
method.
to interpret a picture book.
Right.
It's just Eska doing this and handing him a bottle and doing this.
Right. So
untying the
could
ropes.
see that. You would see, yes, Eska sharing drink, untying him, but it's very hard to sort of fully. It's hard for him to explain everything he heard.
Mm-hmm.
There is a flash of the elf, and what he does manage to get across, he like flashes two images of her, one with a full moon and one with no moon, and she looks more intimidating in the one with the full moon.
Eska?
No, the elf who rode off on the elk.
Okay.
Just for reference, I very much changed my plan once I got in there. Otherwise, I would have let you guys know that I was planning to do it, because it would have been sensible to let you guys know I was going to do that if I had known I was going to do that, but I didn't. So
Eska.
It's good that you messaged Barter, because I was about to come up the hill and shoot him with an ice blast.
Oh, I mean,
honestly, I half expected Eska to shoot him in the back as he walked up. So.
No, I mean, I was, whenever she was like, I'm letting him go, there was going to be a part of me that was like, going after him.
I mean, magic and wine, it's the great combination to seduce somebody.
All right, just put that one at the end. I isolate that.
Yeah.